All right. Let's see what we got going on here. What's up, Charles? Here we are, man. We've got the MOOG Messenger, the newest release from the newly in music / MOOG company, and it looks like, what's it gonna be, man? It could be a budget monosynth from MOOG. It could be a piece of Chinese junk from MOOG / in music, or it could be what everybody's been waiting for, a MOOG synthesizer at an affordable price. They would have to keep it under $1,000 for sure. I got a weird feeling that it might end up being a little more expensive, but let's go through it. Let's look at it. There's a couple other hints, man, that I thought what it might be, but my thoughts might be wrong. But anyways, man, welcome to the show. Welcome to that Synth Show Live. What's up, Conductive? What's up, Synthpotamus? Charles Bronson, Floating Robots, Synth Mode. Yeah, so let's have a look, man. I got a high def picture here, which we can zoom in on in a second. But let's just check out this wild video, because they spent so much money on the marketing for this video. I just can't see them releasing this. I mean, I can't see them. The MOOG grandmother was under MOOG was under $1,000, right? $9.99, $99. So this has to be cheaper than the MOOG grandmother, doesn't it? Is that what we're thinking? I think you're thinking that, and I'm thinking that. We're all thinking, wow, MOOG is going to give you that classic MOOG sound for under $1,000 with a sequencer, potentially some presets. I'm looking right now. I don't know if I see a screen or not. That's interesting. But let's check it out. Let's check out this video. Is it a mono? I'm not sure yet. I see two oscillators. We'll look at it in a minute. Let's watch the video real quick, and then we'll get into what we think. So I figured we just analyze this as we go a little bit here. So in the video, let me just switch screens. In the video here, what we're seeing right off the bat is you've got a bunch of construction workers going in the woods with microphones. So immediately I was like, messenger, samples, sending samples to the synth, which are messages from a different computer, or sorry, different synthesizer. So they're out here sampling in the forest. So I was like, is this going to have a sampler? Is MOOG going to do a hybrid? Big production, but this stuff with iPhones these days and gimbals and all this crap, you can film this pretty easily. So well, classic, these Stranger Things vibes always now. It's always in in vogue is these Stranger Things type sounds. Let me see what that book says, because this is cryptic. Let's go back. Handbook of Successful Operating Systems and something. With a 5 o'clock shadow, not sure what he's doing. So, record sequence. So we definitely know it's got, I think what people were saying, it's got a 64-step sequencer. I'm wondering if it might have 2 sequencing lanes. We got 2 oscillators up here. 2 LFOs. So people found out those symbols meant messenger, spelt out messenger. I guess like they got together and they were like, you know, let's make a desktop, something portable desktop that you could really like, you know, a Moog you could take on the road, you could take anywhere, you know, you could take it out gigging. That's what I thought. Maybe that's what they came up with. They were like, let's do this. We got these old ideas. The messenger aspect, I thought it would have been putting samples in there, but maybe I don't really know what the what do you guys think the messenger means? Messenger. Cryptic code. As far as the synth, some people think it looks good, some people think it looks ugly. Personally, I think it's ugly. Aesthetically, not really beautiful at all to me. Some people like the black. I think it's ugly, to be honest with you. I don't think it's beautiful at all. I think the Moog Muse is gorgeous. I'm thinking messenger might mean sampler. Let's look. Let's check out this. I got a Mike Dean video here. This is the only sounds we got. They always release the potato audio Mike Dean video right off the bat. And what that does is, this is a marketing technique that Moog have figured out. If they release a crappy audio version first from Mike Dean, who's a legend, if they release the crappy iPhone audio, then what happens is everybody complains and they're like, oh, well, it doesn't sound that good, blah, 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 blah. And then when the Synth Mafia rolls out all the videos tomorrow or next week or whenever they're going to do the Synth Mafia tsunami, right, whenever the embargo is lifted. If you don't know what the embargo is, it's when a synth company allows all the paid marketers, aka synthfluencers, to release. Then we get to hear some high quality audio. So this is to create controversy with crappy audio from a legend, and everyone's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then tomorrow or next day, we'll get to hear some real good audio. And what that'll do, it tricks your mind to think it's even better than what it is, right? But I'm not saying it's bad or anything. Here it is. See, why I thought it was a sampler, I could be overthinking things. I have a tendency to overthink things. I was like, oh, he's got a Mellotron to the side, messenger. The Mellotron sample is being sent into this synthesizer, so it's going to have tons of samples in there from all the great monophonic synthesizers of the past. So all the great monophonic synths from Behringer, or sorry, from Moog. That's a Freudian slip, because I heard that Music Tribe's going to buy him music, and then Moog will be Behringer anyways. But all the great synths, the Prodigy, the Rogue, the Model D, all these old school synthesizer sounds, the bass sounds, the leads, everything will be sampled into this, plus sounds like the Mellotron and all that. That's what I was thinking. I was like, now wouldn't that be pretty cool? Messages of all the great analog ghosts of the past, and like the Mellotron sampled into it. So I thought Mike Dean might have been doing that, but maybe he was just messing around with the Mellotron. So that is, as far as potato audio goes, I got these crappy little headphones in here, and to be honest, it sounds pretty good for a small little package. If you can get all that big oomph into it, then now you're talking. Now if we go over here and look at, what do I got pulled up here? We can zoom in a little bit on this crap, and let's see, right? So obviously we got a very in-depth sequencer, and from the Moog Muse, if you know anything about it, they put a great sequencer in the Moog Muse. So I'm assuming they're just running that over into this. So we got two oscillators coming in here, right? 4, 8, 16, 32 pipe. We got obviously tune, subwave, all the way through the waves. Then we got a wave shaper too. So a lot of sonic possibilities going on here. Two oscillator synth. What do we got down here? Oscillator frequency, oscillator 2 wave, and then we got subwave for the envelopes, sync 1 and 2 for the mod destinations. We got, yep. Cool. We keep rolling. Again, we get another look at the sequencer. We got oscillator 2 to cut off as a modulation source. We've got 4 filters. We got a 4-pole, 2-pole, ladder filters, band pass, and a high pass. So you got 4 filters on there. Looks sleek. I think it doesn't look... I think aesthetically, I don't like just black synthesizers, so I feel like they should have added some color to it, but I think they just got like some orange lights maybe on a little bit of it. So aesthetically, it looks basic and not super beautiful. That's my opinion. On the back, I can't really see what the back there, but I'm assuming we got the regulars, you know. Stereo. Is it stereo? Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Oh yeah, won't let me zoom in. Classic. Maybe I got another picture here. Hold on. Yeah, alright. I can zoom in over here. So what do we got on the back? Let's zoom in. Let's zoom right in on this thing. Alright, so we got audio out, headphones. We've got external in. Okay, so we got an audio into this thing. We've got sustain, expression pedal, clock in, clock out, CV in, gate in, CV out. So we got a few little connections on the back here. And looks to be mono. From what I'm seeing. Let me zoom in a little closer. See if we can get any other details. Looks to be mono. Let's get a zoom in here again. Get in real close. See what we can see. So the wave shaper is interesting. So we got the wave shaper up here on it. Alright. Mod amount. We got the cool destinations for the mod. We got the sequencer with ARP octave gate length, note probability, note pool, gate probability, length swing, clock, what do we got? Pitch cutoff. So LFO, 2 LFOs with a triangle sawtooth, reverse sawtooth, and pulse width. Cool. And let me see if I can zoom in over a little closer over there. Let me get on the other side of the keyboard here. See what we're looking at. Alright, then we go to the filter. External in. Very cool. An ode to the Model D. Envelope amount, resonance, classic. Oscillator 2 to cut off is interesting as a mod source with a knob right there. That's cool. Very, very cool. Like I said, 4 filters, classic over here, 2 envelopes, filter envelope, amp envelope. You know, no screen. It looks to have no screen. So, sample and hold, velocity, aftertouch, expression. So I don't know if this is going to have aftertouch. Probably going to have aftertouch, not polyphonic aftertouch, but just regular aftertouch. So that's what we're looking at there. Here's the design. Sleek, lean, mean. Not my style. I like a little more. I like a little more pop, a little more color, but that's just me. And I'm a sucker for looks of synthesizers. But this is what we're looking at. Bread and butter, what people are saying. Bread and butter Moog sound in a cheap form factor. Easy shipping. They just got rid of the sub 25. So the sub 25 is out. How many keys is this? 37? This is a 37 key? Let me see what they're saying here. Blah, 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 blah. Multi-trig, looping envelopes. Looping envelopes, multi-trig. What else are people saying? It doesn't look to have any effects. No built-in effects by the looks of it, from what I'm seeing. But lots of modulation capability. So what people are saying, this is a bread and butter Moog synthesizer right here that probably be coming in at, if the synth gods are looking down on the everyman, this is going to come in at between $6.99 and $8.99. That would be a dream come true for all the people out there who want a piece of Moog with some keys attached to it that is not a friggin' Moog Labyrinth subharmonicon, not the Moog sound module. They actually want the Moog sound, the bass with the filters. I heard it's got DCOs, so you won't have to worry about no tuning issues, but I could be wrong on that. It could be VCOs. I have no idea. But this looks like a bread and butter Moog synthesizer that you take on the road. I don't have no idea what the messenger means. No clue. Maybe messenger means postal, like you can bring it places with you, throw it in your knapsack. I don't know what kind of weight it's going to have. But I thought it was going to be a little more, I don't know. Couldn't throw a delay or a reverb on there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Jason Stebbin, DJ Wojtek, Wagyu, what's happening? Let's check out what the chat's saying here. We go back to the top here. DJ Wojtek's loving it. You're a Moog bro. I know, man. You love it. EchoCraft loves it. I think the new owners told them they need to send a message to Moog. Yeah, they sent the message to Moog. Give it to the people for cheap. Pro 3's got a better sequencer. I don't know. Yeah, but Pro 3 is $2,000. So if this is $699, I would guess it'll beat the Pro 3 probably. Hoping it could be duophonic at the minimum. Cool if it had 2 sequencer lanes, you know, if it had 2 lanes of sequencers where you could run 2 sequences at once, that would be very cool. Probably would do something like that, I don't know. And I don't know if those red buttons on it are... It's kind of going in the line of the... I don't know, it's got like this grandmother noir-esque look to the matriarch and the grandmother noir edition with that, with the red on it. I don't know. I don't think it looks that great, to be honest with you. From the side angle, let's check another look at this. The side angle. Side profile, this is what we're looking at with the side profile here. Look. Is it plastic? Or is it... Could be plastic. Could be all hard plastic. Could be metal. I don't know. What do you guys think? Look at that. I think it's plastic. Could be metal, though. I don't know. You can't... Don't ever quote me or nothing. Let's get another look at the side profile. Zoom in here. Let's see if what... Could be metal, actually. No, it's metal. Got the metal top. See here the back? Metal top. Right here. I think it's the similar... It's going to be similar material as the Moog Muse for that top panel part. It looks metal up here. I think it's metal. Okay. So we're looking at metal. They spent a lot of money on the video. The messenger thing was all just a marketing thing because I'm not seeing any messagey style thing. I thought the messenger would be like a sampler or something, but then that's taking them into digital, hybrid, analog, digital territory. You know, it doesn't seem like they're doing anything with anything digital here. This is a bread and butter analog, probably maybe a 2-voice duophonic synthesizer, but it literally It might just be a straight up monosynth, like one voice monosynth. I don't know. Could be. Is that how it works? One voice, two oscillator? I don't know. But yeah. What else are we saying in the chat here? Can't wait for the day, blah, 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 blah. OBS connect to a group on musicians can perform together. Yeah, that'd be cool. I think the guy who did the music for the promo video literally is one of the guys who did Stranger Things music. That would make sense. Hire the Stranger Things guy. That's what's hot right now. Messenger is for noobs getting out of the Behringer world. Yeah, I guess, like I said, I think this is... Moogs are expensive. And a lot of newbies, and we talked about this before, in music has to open the doors to new people, and Moog is hot. The Moog Muse blew the doors off everything. It blew the Polybrute 12 away in sales. It just took America by storm. I think they caught Arturia off guard when you were able to order that from Sweetwater and get it like the next day. I don't think that Arturia was expecting that because people still had the Polybrute 12s on pre-order. They canceled those orders, got a Moog Muse, and people absolutely love the Moog Muse. There were some complaints earlier, but I think most of that crap got fixed in firmware updates. So if you want to get into the Moog sound and you want that beautiful lead, that beautiful Moog bass with that ladder filter, I mean, if they can give you this thing for under $1,000, I think they're going to sell an absolute crap ton of them. And especially if it's not plastic, if it's in that metal chassis. The metal chassis, you know, Moog's not going to give you something that feels cheap, I don't think. So this is going to feel good. $900? I don't know. I'm guessing, if I was to put a guess right now, and we're betting, I think this is going into the $1,200 territory. That's what I'm thinking. The Grandmother's $999, the Matriarch's $2,000, the Moog Muse is $3,500. I don't know what the sub 37 is what, $1,200? You know, should we check some prices or something? They don't got anything on the Moog website right yet. I know that for sure. Let's see what they're saying over on this site. This is Synthopia. Ahead of Super Booth, which is starting tomorrow. So we could have some videos tonight. We could have tomorrow. We got a 32-note keyboard, hands-on knobby interface, arpeggiator sequencer, 2 oscillators, compact monophonic, messenger. I'm guessing the messenger means postman. Maybe that's like, you know, you can take it around with you. You're the messenger. You can bring the message of Moog to the people. You got a synthesizer now to take out and evangelize Moog. Because your Mini Moog Model D and your Muse is too heavy to take out of your house and too expensive, so you'll never take it out anywhere. But you can take this on the road and gig, so kind of smart. We'll have full official details from Moog when they announce on May 8th. So officially May 8th, it could have some tricks up its sleeve. You got no screen. Let me go back to the pictures. Does it look like they could possibly have any presets on this thing? Let me zoom in again here. Let me zoom in. Let's go for a little zoom in here, right in the middle. Advanced sequencer. What do they got here? Pattern. Random pattern sequencer. I think that's what that says. Advanced direct. Okay, so that's the direction. We got 16, 32, 48, or 64 steps. ARP pattern, record, play, sequencer ARP. You know, we don't look like we have... It doesn't look like you're going to have presets, but I don't know. But most people don't care about presets, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could have presets. Let me zoom in over here. Let's move along the picture and see if we can pick up any hints. Expression, mid-channel. I see... Oh, banks. Okay, hold on. Looks like we're going to have some presets. Let's explore. All right, yeah. Here. Setting. Bank, patch, ARP, sequencer. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have presets, baby. Maybe they'll give you a ton of friggin' presets. Maybe that's what the messenger is. The messenger is going to be all of the great sounds of Moog from the past in presets. Maybe that's what they're going to do. Cool. Basically, this is probably... Maybe it's a 2-voice Model D / Muse with no effects. It'd be cool if they put the diffusion delay in it, but yeah, so we're going to have presets. That's cool. With banks, so Maybe they're going to do 16 banks. Yeah, 16 banks of 16 presets. That's cool. I dig it. Let me see what everyone's saying. Smash the like. Yeah, hit the like, man, if you like what I'm doing here. This is a short video today because I don't got much battery on my phone. Yeah, but this is this got me excited? Of course it's got me a little bit of excited because I get excited about synthesizers. But this here is, like I said, I'll be excited about this if we're looking at $699 to $899. Very excited. 1200. I don't know, man. It will have to be hard pressed for 1200 MonoSynth. That's pretty crazy, but people who like Moog are willing to pay $5,000 for a MonoSynth, right? They're also willing to pay $3,500 for an 8-voice polyphonic synth. So they're probably willing to pay $1,200 for a 2-oscillator monophonic synthesizer with sequencer and presets. Cool. But the thing is this is a very smart move by Moog to allow people to enter into the Moog world and get them built up for whatever they got in the future. Is it revolutionary? Is it something different? No. But for Moog, the only thing different is they'll be giving it to you for cheap because now they got the big beast of in music behind them, and they got the Chinese workers working overtime. Okay? Or Taiwanese, China, same thing, isn't it? I don't know. Some people think China and Taiwan the same, but some people don't. All right, so that's it, man. I got to go because my battery's going to die, but that's my little update on the Moog Messenger. Cool video. They spent a lot of money. I thought it was more cryptic with the mics in the woods and the samples. Maybe they'll have a trick up its sleeve. But from everything I'm looking at here, it's a monophonic with 64-step sequencer, probably 16 banks of 16 patches is what I'm guessing. Or maybe less than that, but it'd be cool if they filled it out all the way. Or probably less, maybe 10 banks, 10 patches, 100 presets or something like that. Or 12 banks and leave a bunch of empty banks is probably what to do. 4 filters, right? 2-pole, 4-pole, high pass. And what is it, band pass? Yeah, band pass, high pass. 4-pole, low pass, 2-pole, low pass, ladder filters. 2 envelopes, classic, 2 LFOs. We'll see what happens. And maybe I'll be back later on. We'll see. Gotta go. Slow. Take it easy.